My beloved child, your looks and your age have surprised many people, but not for the reasons they think. They see the confidence in your eyes. They notice the strength in the way you carry yourself. They sense a maturity that cannot be measured by years alone. And it leaves them wondering what changed. What they do not see are the lessons you have learned. They do not see the challenges you have overcome. They do not see the quiet moments when you chose growth instead of giving up. They do not see the strength that was built during seasons when no one was watching. My beloved child, every experience has shaped you. Every obstacle has taught you something valuable. Every setback has helped you develop wisdom. And every lesson has contributed to the person you are becoming today. Many people focus only on appearances. They notice what can be seen on the outside. But true transformation begins within. It begins when a person learns patience. It begins when a person develops resilience. It begins when a person chooses hope even during difficult times. That kind of growth changes everything. My beloved child, there may be people who remember an earlier version of you. A version that was still discovering their strengths. A version that doubted themselves. A version that had not yet learned some of life's most important lessons. But you are not the same person anymore. You have grown. You have learned. You have become stronger through experience. And that growth is visible in ways that go far beyond physical appearance. When people are surprised, they are often responding to the confidence that comes from experience. The peace that comes from understanding. The strength that comes from perseverance. These qualities cannot be purchased. They cannot be borrowed. They are developed through time, effort, and growth. My beloved child, never underestimate the value of your journey. Every challenge contributed something. Every lesson added something. Every season helped shape your character. And character is one of the most valuable things a person can possess. Continue moving forward. Continue learning. Continue becoming wiser with every experience. Continue treating others with kindness and respect. Because true beauty is not found only in appearance. True beauty is found in the strength of your heart, the wisdom of your mind, and the goodness of your actions. My beloved child, let people be surprised by your growth. Let them be surprised by your maturity. Let them be surprised by your resilience. But always remember that your worth is not measured by their opinions. Your worth is found in the person you are becoming. And the person you are becoming is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you realize. The journey is not over. There are still lessons to learn. Still opportunities to discover. Still beautiful chapters waiting to be written. So walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. Your growth is real. Your progress matters. And some of the most wonderful parts of your story are still ahead of you. My beloved child, there is something else that many people fail to understand. The growth they see today did not happen overnight. It was built one lesson at a time. One challenge at a time. One decision at a time. While others were focused on appearances, life was teaching you deeper things. It was teaching you patience when results were slow. It was teaching you strength when circumstances were difficult. It was teaching you wisdom through experiences that could never be learned from books alone. That is why there is something different about you now. Not because you are trying to impress anyone. Not because you are seeking attention. But because growth leaves its mark on a person. My beloved child, some people may wonder how you became so calm in situations that once would have worried you. Some may wonder how you learned to keep moving forward when obstacles appeared. Others may wonder where your confidence came from. The answer is simple. It came from experience. It came from learning that every challenge carries a lesson. It came from realizing that setbacks do not define your future. It came from understanding that your value does not depend on the opinions of others. Many people spend years searching for confidence. Yet confidence often grows naturally when a person begins trusting their own journey. When they stop comparing themselves to everyone else. When they stop measuring their worth by temporary circumstances. When they begin appreciating how far they have already come. My beloved child, there were moments when you felt uncertain. Moments when you questioned yourself. Moments when you wondered whether your efforts were making a difference. But even during those moments, growth was taking place. The lessons were working. The wisdom was forming. The strength was developing. And little by little, you were becoming the person you are today. That is why some people are surprised when they see you now. They remember who you were. But they did not witness every step of who you became. They saw the result. They did not see the preparation. They saw the confidence. They did not see the struggles that helped create it. They saw the strength. They did not see the challenges that helped build it. My beloved child, never apologize for your growth. Never feel guilty for becoming wiser. Never feel uncomfortable about becoming stronger. Growth is not something to hide. Growth is something to appreciate. Because every lesson you have learned has value. Every challenge you have overcome has value. Every step forward has value. And as you continue moving ahead, remember this. You are still growing. You are still learning. You are still discovering new strengths within yourself. The person you are today is not the final version of your story. There are still opportunities ahead. Still wisdom to gain. Still beautiful experiences waiting for you. So continue walking forward with confidence, my beloved child. The growth that surprised others is only the beginning. And some of the most remarkable chapters of your journey have yet to unfold. My beloved child, as you continue moving forward, there is a truth that becomes clearer with every passing season. Growth changes more than your circumstances. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you respond. It changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. The person you once were reacted to challenges differently. The person you once were worried about things that no longer hold power over you. The person you once were sought approval from people whose opinions no longer determine your worth. And that is not a sign of pride. It is a sign of maturity. My beloved child, many people are surprised when they see how much you have changed because they expected you to remain the same. They expected the same fears. The same doubts. The same limitations. But growth has a way of breaking old expectations. And when people witness that transformation, they cannot help but notice it. Some will admire it. Some will question it. Some will not understand it. But that is okay. Because your journey was never meant to be controlled by the expectations of others. It was meant to be shaped by the lessons you were willing to learn. My beloved child, there were times when life seemed unfair. Times when doors closed unexpectedly. Times when opportunities did not arrive when you hoped they would. Yet looking back now, you can see that those moments were not the end of your story. They were preparing you for new chapters. They were teaching you patience. They were teaching you resilience. They were teaching you that setbacks are often temporary, but the lessons they leave behind can last a lifetime. Imagine hearing these words. The struggle was not sent to stop you. It was sent to strengthen you. How powerful that truth is. Many of the qualities you value most today were developed during difficult seasons. The patience you carry. The wisdom you possess. The strength you demonstrate. These things were not created during easy moments. They were forged during times when you had to keep moving forward despite uncertainty. My beloved child, never forget how far you have come. There were battles you thought you could never overcome. Yet here you are. There were obstacles that once seemed impossible. Yet here you are. There were moments when you doubted yourself. Yet here you are, still standing, still growing, still moving forward. That is something worth appreciating. That is something worth celebrating. And as you continue this journey, carry gratitude in your heart. Gratitude for the lessons. Gratitude for the growth. Gratitude for every experience that helped shape your character. Because one day, you will look back and realize that the very things that challenged you became the things that transformed you. My beloved child, your story is not defined by the obstacles behind you. It is defined by the courage that carried you through them. And that courage continues to guide you today. So keep walking forward. Keep learning. Keep believing in the value of your journey. Because the growth that people see now is only a glimpse of what is still possible. And the future still holds chapters more beautiful than anything you have experienced so far. My beloved child, there is a reason why your presence feels different now. It is not because time has simply passed. It is because you have allowed life's lessons to shape you instead of break you. Many people go through challenges, but not everyone grows from them. Many people face setbacks, but not everyone learns from them. You chose to keep moving forward. You chose to keep learning. And because of that, there is a quiet strength within you that others can see, even when you do not notice it yourself. My beloved child, some people are surprised when they hear you speak. They remember the person you used to be. Yet now they hear wisdom where there was once uncertainty. They hear confidence where there was once hesitation. They hear calmness where there was once worry. This transformation did not happen by accident. It happened because every lesson added something valuable to your character. Every challenge taught you something important. Every season contributed to your growth. That is why your journey matters. Not because it was perfect, but because it helped you become stronger. My beloved child, there will always be people who focus only on appearances. They will notice what is visible on the outside. But those who truly pay attention will notice something deeper. They will notice the way you carry yourself. They will notice your patience. They will notice your kindness. They will notice your ability to remain steady when circumstances become difficult. Those qualities are far more valuable than anything temporary. Because true growth begins within. And when inner growth takes place, it eventually becomes visible in every area of life. My beloved child, there were moments when you felt unseen. Moments when your efforts seemed unnoticed. Moments when it felt like nobody understood how hard you were trying. But those moments were not wasted. Every effort mattered. Every lesson mattered. Every step forward mattered. Even when nobody else recognized your progress, growth was still taking place. And now the results are beginning to show. Not only to others, but to you as well. You are stronger than you once were. Wiser than you once were. More resilient than you once were. And that is something to be grateful for. Imagine hearing these words. The person you are becoming is worth every lesson you had to learn. There is peace in that reminder. Because it means the difficult seasons had purpose. It means the challenges had value. It means the journey itself was helping prepare you for something greater. My beloved child, continue trusting the process of growth. Continue investing in yourself. Continue choosing wisdom over fear. Continue choosing perseverance over discouragement. Because every step you take is helping shape the future ahead of you. And as you continue moving forward, remember this. You have not reached your limit. You have not seen all that is possible. You have not yet discovered every strength within you. There is still more growth ahead. Still more learning ahead. Still more beautiful opportunities waiting to appear. So walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. The transformation that surprises others today is only the beginning of the remarkable story that is still unfolding. My beloved child, as you reflect on everything you have been through, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. You did not become stronger because life was always easy. You became stronger because you refused to quit when life became difficult. You did not become wiser because you had all the answers. You became wiser because you were willing to learn from every experience. And you did not become confident because others always believed in you. You became confident because you continued moving forward, even during moments when you doubted yourself. That is the growth people notice. That is the change that surprises them. Not merely the passing of time. Not merely a change in appearance. But the strength that has been built within you. My beloved child, many people never see the hidden part of the journey. They see the smile. They see the confidence. They see the calmness. But they do not see the nights when you questioned everything. They do not see the lessons learned through disappointment. They do not see the courage it took to keep going when progress seemed slow. Yet those unseen moments helped create the person you are today. And every one of those moments had value. My beloved child, there is something beautiful about growth. It often happens so gradually that you barely notice it yourself. Day by day. Lesson by lesson. Decision by decision. You continue evolving. You continue learning. You continue becoming stronger. Then one day, you look back and realize how far you have come. You realize that things which once overwhelmed you no longer have the same power. You realize that fears which once controlled you no longer define your choices. You realize that challenges which once seemed impossible have become part of your testimony. That realization is powerful. Because it reminds you that growth is real. Progress is real. Transformation is real. Imagine hearing these words. Never underestimate what consistent growth can accomplish. There is tremendous wisdom in that message. Small improvements repeated over time create remarkable results. Small lessons learned over time create wisdom. Small acts of courage repeated over time create confidence. And those qualities become part of who you are. My beloved child, continue appreciating your journey. Continue appreciating the lessons. Continue appreciating the progress you have made. Because every challenge you overcame has prepared you for opportunities ahead. Every lesson you learned has prepared you for future decisions. And every step forward has brought you closer to the person you are meant to become. As you move into the next chapter of your life, carry this truth with you. Your story is not defined by where you started. It is defined by how you continued. By how you learned. By how you grew. By how you refused to let obstacles stop your progress. And because of that, there is still so much possibility ahead of you. Still so much to discover. Still so much to achieve. Still so much growth waiting to unfold. So keep moving forward, my beloved child. Keep trusting the lessons. Keep embracing the journey. And keep believing that the best chapters of your story are still waiting to be written. Because what people admire today is only a glimpse of what you are still becoming. My beloved child, as this message comes to its final chapter, I want you to pause for a moment and look back on your journey. Look at how far you have come. Look at the lessons you have learned. Look at the strength you have gained. Look at the wisdom you now carry. There were seasons when you felt uncertain. Seasons when you questioned your path. Seasons when you wondered if your efforts would ever make a difference. Yet through it all, you kept moving forward. You kept learning. You kept growing. And because of that, you stand today as a stronger, wiser, and more confident person than you were before. My beloved child, the people who are surprised by your growth are seeing the result of a journey they never witnessed. They see the confidence. They see the maturity. They see the calmness. But they did not see every challenge that helped shape those qualities. You know the full story. You know the perseverance it required. You know the courage it required. And that makes your growth even more meaningful. Imagine hearing these words. The greatest victory is not becoming better than someone else. It is becoming better than the person you used to be. What a beautiful truth. Because your journey was never about comparison. It was never about proving yourself to others. It was about discovering your own strength. Your own purpose. Your own potential. And step by step, you have been doing exactly that. My beloved child, there will still be challenges ahead. There will still be lessons to learn. There will still be moments that test your patience and your courage. But now you know something important. You have overcome difficulties before. You have grown through difficult seasons before. And because of that, you can face the future with confidence. Not because everything will always be easy, but because you know you are capable of continuing forward. As you enter the next chapter of your life, carry gratitude in your heart. Gratitude for the lessons. Gratitude for the growth. Gratitude for every experience that helped shape your character. Even the difficult chapters contributed something valuable. Even the setbacks taught important lessons. Even the delays helped prepare you for what was ahead. Nothing was wasted. My beloved child, do not spend your life wondering whether you are enough. You are already growing into the person you are meant to become. Continue investing in your character. Continue choosing kindness. Continue choosing wisdom. Continue choosing perseverance. Those qualities will take you farther than you can imagine. And one day, when you look back again, you will realize that this season was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of a new and beautiful chapter. A chapter filled with growth. A chapter filled with purpose. A chapter filled with opportunities to become an even better version of yourself. So walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with hope. Walk forward with gratitude. Because the journey that surprised others has revealed something remarkable. You are stronger than your fears. Wiser than your mistakes. Greater than your setbacks. And more capable than you ever realized. The past has taught you. The present is shaping you. And the future is waiting for you. May your heart be filled with peace. May your mind be filled with clarity. May your path be filled with purpose. And may every step ahead remind you that your greatest transformation was never about how you looked. It was about who you became. And who you became is someone worthy of respect, gratitude, and hope. The journey continues. The future is bright. And your best days are still ahead.